Leslie Van Houten is a former member of the Charles Manson family, convicted in connection with the murders of Leno and Rosemary LaBianca in 1969. She was known for her kind demeanor, choosing to follow Manson in his cult due to her own insecurity. Born in Los Angeles in 1949, Van Houten spent part of her childhood in foster care until she was 14. During this time she began to struggle with depression and drug use, turning to Manson's cult for a sense of belonging. After joining the group, she participated in the murders of the LaBiancas, as well as other violent activities required by Manson. As part of the trial, the psychological state of Van Houten at the time of the murders was discussed and examined. Several experts deem her mentally unfit to stand trial, but Van Houten was eventually sentenced to life in prison in 1971. She is currently incarcerated at the California Institution for Women, where she has become a model prisoner. Since becoming an inmate, Van Houten has worked diligently to educate and better herself. She has earned a college degree and has worked tirelessly on her parole requests. Unfortunately, Van Houten has continually been denied parole by both the State Board of Parole Hearings and the Governor of California. Since then, she has either reapplied or had others reapply on her behalf, but has not been granted parole. Despite her efforts to change her life, Van Houten still carries the label of being a former Manson family member, something she simply can't shake. She has been met with both public support and criticism as her case for parole has been heard. Despite all the debate, the courts and the California public have had difficulty assessing whether or not Van Houten should be freed. Some feel that Van Houten has paid her debt to society and is ready to be released on parole. Others argue that due to the seriousness of the crimes and her involvement with Manson, she should never be released. Regardless of one's opinion, Van Houten has gone to great lengths to change her life and become a contributing member of society. Her continued dedication to learning and personal growth makes her an appealing candidate for parole. From counselors to academics to psychologists, many experts have vouched for Van Houten being granted parole. Though it seems that no matter how many professionals believe she is ready to be let go, her case continues to remain unclear. Over the years, Van Houten has been both praised and reviled in the media and by the public. Supporters of Van Houten believe that she has served enough time and should be released for her service and rehabilitation. However, detractors remain firm that she should remain in prison for the rest of her life, claiming her as a danger to the public. In the end, the decision of whether to release Van Houten rests largely with the California State Board of Parole Hearings.